Hello guys, this is Kudo, and today in this video I will show you how you can download an image from web and apply it on your image. So let's get into it. So the first thing first, what we need to do, you will need to create, so let's create a UI, let's create an image. So you will need the image to apply your image or download from the web. So let's put this image maybe for the canvas, so screen overlay, not constant pixel, but scale with scene size, and let's make 920 by 1080, all right? Let's center the image like 0 0, and let's make it maybe like I don't know, maybe 300 by 300, something like that. It will be very nice, or maybe more, like maybe with 500, something like that. So now we can save this, and what I will need to do, so let's head back to my asset, let's go on the script, and let's go to my util classes. So if you don't have util classes, I definitely recommend to you to use the util classes, because like that you can use this function anywhere in your code. Because I don't want to create it in some random script. This is why I create a util classes. And in util classes, it will allow me to call the function util for my development. So in this function, in this class, it's a static class, and what I want to create a public, so public static, all right, and enumerator, so enumerator, and let's call it download, so download image from web. So basically, again, this function, you can create it whatever you want in your script when you need to download this image, but for me, in the util function is way better. Like that I can call it anywhere, from anywhere I want. So in this function, so the download image from web, what I will need a string. So the string will represent our URL picture. So basically the URL where I want to download this picture. And what I want to put in second parameter, I want to put a callback. So again, this callback is the function I already create. You can use action, but for me it will be a callback, and it will take in parameter a sprite, and let's call it sprite, so sprite callback. All right, so if you don't know what is my callback, so basically I can show you, it will be very quick. This is how I create this callback. Very easy, it's just a delegate function. So like that. But you can use action, but I don't like use action. It's way better when I use callback. Anyway, so next thing I want to do, I need to create a request. So let's create a request. So let's say let's use using. So what I want to use, it's a Unity request. So to be able to use Unity request, what I will need to do, so I will need to import. So let's import. So using Unity engine. All right. Dot networking, because I need request. Okay, so in the using, what I will need to do, so Unity web request, so Unity web request, so let's name it www, will be equal to Unity web request, so Unity web request. And what we want to request, a texture. And what I will need to use, we will say dot get texture, and we'll put in parameter the URL of our picture. So URL picture, like that. Okay. So now we can we'll ask for basically the request, and what we want to do is yield return. So we want to return the what we get when we try to get the request. So return www.send web request. So send web request. Okay. So after we wait for the response of the server or what he get, we need to check. So if www.result, so if the result will be equal to Unity web request. So Unity web request, where is it? Unity web request dot result dot connection error. Or if the result, so www dot result will be equal to Unity web request, so Unity web request dot result dot protocol error. So if it's show me an error, what I want to do, I want to debug.log warning. So debug dot log warning. So log warning. So let's error get request. So get request, and what we want to add is URL picture. So URL picture plus, let's put a space, URL picture plus the error. So basically, if you got the message, you will say error request from the URL picture, maybe HTTP, something like that, and it will show you the error it debug. So next thing we need to do, we need to create a sprite. So let's create a sprite. Sprite s will be equal to null. So we need to create a sprite s null, and we want, because we create a callback, we need to call this callback, and for letting the other script know the request send us something null. So we will pass a sprite s null. Like that we can handle if he retrieve me something null, we don't need to apply something. All right, so else what I want to do, so we want to then download the texture. So let's say texture 2D, so texture 2D, so let's call it texture, will be equal to, so let's download handle texture, so download, so let me download, okay, download handler texture, where is it? Oh, there it is. And what we want to do is to download the texture. So let's put parentheses over there, and we want to download the www.download handler, and we want to pass it as a texture. So sorry, like that. Okay, pass it like a texture. So texture like this. Okay, so this will download our picture as a texture, and after we download this texture as a picture, what we need to do, we need to basically transform the texture on a sprite. So I already make a function to create a texture to a sprite, so I will just use this function over there, so you can copy paste this. And what we want to do, we want to call the callback, so sprite callback, and basically call this function. So basically, again, I already explained it in some other videos, this function allows me to convert texture to 2D sprite. So let's copy paste this, and it will take in parameter the texture, and basically like that we are done. So we can save this in the util class, and what we need to do, we need to head back to Unity and create the script for calling this function. So now we head back to Unity. So let's create a C# script. So let's call it apply download image. So download image from web. Okay. So let's open it. So we can open it like that. So we don't need the void right now. We just need, so let's serialize some fields. So let's serialize some field. Let's create a private, so I will need Unity engine.ui for allowing me to add an image. So UI, okay. All right. And a private image, let's call it my image, something very basic. So my image. And what I want to do, so my image, okay. No, not image, but my image with underscore. All right. And what I want to do, I want to create a private. So let's create our callback for the function in the util. So let's create a void apply. So apply download image, download image, okay, and it will take in parameter a sprite. So sprite, so let's call it download sprite. So download sprite, okay. And what we want to do, so we need to check, so if sprite character, so if download sprite is equal to null, what we want to do, we can't do anything. We will just say return, all right, and we'll debug some log warning. So debug.log warning, log warning cannot apply download sprite to your image, check your request, okay. So if the download sprite is different than null, what we want to do, we just want to, so let's use my image, so my image dot sprite will be equal to basically the download sprite. Now we can save this. And last thing we need to do, so something very easy, we need to call our util function. So let's call it in the start coroutine. So start coroutine. So I'll call it utils dot download image from web. So I will need a picture. So basically, I will show you the picture I want to download. So okay, so let me open Safari, and this is the image I want to download. So basically a very nice sunset, okay. So let's maybe add a serialize field. So let's serialize this field, or maybe, oh, I don't need this. Let me just copy paste over there the URL. So basically you can also make a serialized field string and put the URL inside the inspector, but this is just an example. So and what we need to do, we need to also add the callback, and the callback will be apply download image, so this one. And like that, when we will execute this function, so in the start function, and we'll call it, this will apply in your image the downloaded image. So now let's head back to Unity and let's see the magic happen. So let's we can add it on the image. So let's add the function download. So apply download image from web. It will ask for an image. So let's drag and drop this image, and now we can save this and we can hit play. And voila. So there it is, guys. So this is a very simple tutorial on how you can download an image from Red and apply it on image. If you want, you can also add some other parameter from your image, maybe preserve aspect if you want, or maybe use a sprite mesh, even image type if you want to add some more parameter. You can just add everything inside this. So let's say now let's try to maybe mess with the URL, maybe something like that. Now save this and let's try it again with Unity, and I'm pretty sure this will not work. So let's hit play, and as you can see, so error request, get web request, blah blah blah, not found. Cannot apply download sprite attached to MS. Check your request. So there it is, guys. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you learned something, and I guess I catch you guys next time. Bye bye.